Hey, what's up, guys? Of course, we're hanging out with our MPC One, obviously One Plus. And of course, this lesson will work for the MPC One or any other MPC. They all have the same software. I'm going to show you the screen to make it easy for you to get around and watch what we're doing. So, of course, we've got something going on here. Let's play this back a little bit. And what we're going to do today is kind of like sort of mix the kick drum, snare drum idea, and some hi-hats and different kick drums for this beat. And making the beat's one thing, but mixing it and get it perfect so it sounds really good is a whole different planet, because you've got to give it that acquired taste. It's like you're cooking in the kitchen, more salt, more pepper, do you want some spices, and you've got to make this thing work so when others hear it, it's clear and it bounces. That's an important part about making beats, of course. Now, if you want lessons too as well, we do give lessons. You can visit samplekings.com. There's a link there to go to lessons. You click there and you could book some time, or you can even call us. Our phone number is there is too as well. And it's only like $20 an hour. So it's kind of cool. It's easy to get hooked up with us, and let us know if you want to do that. But you can always subscribe to us here in YouTube. Let's get busy. So I'll play this again. That doesn't sound too bad there. So I'm going to change some things here. I want to go back and sort of like mute a few things here. So I'm going to go right over here. And I got, of course, as you can see here, we are in pad channel mode right there. And so we got some stuff actually muted. I'm going to come to here, hit that bass drum. I'm going to mute that bass drum first. Here's a snare drum. Here's my snare drum. I can mute that. That's the cymbal right there. Mute that. We got nothing going on. I go back to my kick drum. I'm going to go here, unmute it. There it is. And what I want to do is kick drum. I want to sort of get it so it's a little more beefy. So I will come to here on the effects, and they've already got some effects set up for us to work with. And I want to work with the channel strip. Now this is like having a mixing board, imagine. And when you see a mixing board, there's all these faders on there, and there's a whole bunch of different buttons and stuff. Well, that's what this is. This is one strip, one track. It'll be a bass drum, snare drum, hi-hat, vocal, one background vocal, another background vocal. Each one of those tracks or sounds has a track tied to it. And that track is this channel strip. So what we want to do is use the elements in the channel strip. Now the cool thing is that we have an EQ first, and then we have a gate with a compressor. And this is the way it normally is a mixing board. The EQ's first, the compressor's right below it. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to play this, and we're going to check it out. So what I want to do here is get this drum to sound pretty cool. I'm going to go back to here. Okay, we're there in that part. I need to come to here and turn it on. And now we see it. I can always turn it off here. See that? And turn it on from right there. So now what I want to do is EQ it. And my EQ section is right here. Right? EQ section. And of course, you can see here, I can click on here. My Q-Link works for that. So here we have the high shelf, the mid, and the low shelf. EQ on, EQ off, right? I got it on. So now what I want to do, I would like to make it a little darker, a little deeper, something with some punch into it. So I got the high end is here. If I come to here, these are highs. If I come to here, I can increase the gain. You hear nothing's going on, right? Because we're not anywhere in this. So I come to here, leave that about 0 dB, close to it. I use my frequency. I'm not going to select the frequency I would like to deal with. I come to here now. I remove the highs. I can add more. That sounds terrible. But you get the idea. I don't want so much of the high end there. That sounds pretty good to us. So we got what we like. We got what we like right there. Right back here we start. I got one more here I want to put in here. And this is an expander. Some width to that. That's pretty cool. And now out of that, I got to make a comparison between this and the snare drum, which is so important. So my snare drum's right here. I'm going to go back into the level here. We see it's muted. Now, I like that snare drum. It's kind of cool. But I got to get some verb on the snare drum because there's already a verb in there. I already got set up already. And my verb is right here. I go to my send. I got a reverb here on the send. There's my send. So see, once I hit my send, it shows my return. Right? Here's a return right here. And the effect on the return is this reverb. So when I turn this dial up here, it's going to send the sound into the reverb. Now I hit my main fader here. As a matter of fact, I could actually do my killing. I'm going to do it right here from right here though. It's not bad for now. Doesn't sound too bad at all, really. I can always bring that reverb down a little bit more. Yeah, just enough so it snaps. So I go back here, got my reverb going on here. I'm going back to my effects right here. And right here, we're gonna go right to here. And I got this little EQ set up for it. So I'm gonna turn it on now. I'll come right to here. Oh yeah, it's nice. And compare with it and without it. Always want to do that. Make sure you know where you're going. I'll go back to here now. And here we got something else. Oh, good. A transient. This is going to make sure the transients are popping. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's hitting that peak, and this is help us to get that peak in line, make it really nice and high. There's a limit here to go with it too. That's good. Now I like that. So now once I get my elements going on here, I like where they're going so far. I'm not going to add any kick drum reverb really, none at all right here. I want to be right in the middle of it. So I want to probably go back to level here and look at this sound here. Okay, cool. So this sound is a open hi-hat. I want to go to some sends here. I want to send this to the reverb too as well. A little bit. Yeah, you can hear it back. That's good, that's good. Great, so I'm going to go back here to level here. I got some other sounds here. Another bass drum here. A ghost bass drum. Good. One more bass drum here. Really booming bass drum here. That's it. So, got an accent. So I mainly just sort of worked with my kick drum, main kick drum. Other elements, I'm going to leave where they are for right now, just to get an idea of the overall sound of the group. Now I'm going to go here. Should be a hi-hat. Yep. Another hi-hat here. So I'm making my kick and snare dominant throughout this whole track. I want those two elements to really control the beat. Give it that boom bap feel to it, as you can tell by the kit. And it's important to get your beat tight. And so as you can see here, they're all going out of this track right here, which is track 1. And that's the track where all these drums are heading to. And so being there, I have a compressor on this track. See, that's a compressor there. Go back to the next one here. And here below here, the maximizer's there. If I turn this off, hear the difference? Turn it on. That's there to give support to it. Now, if I was on my computer, I'd do something different, but I'm using the elements and the actual plugins that come with the MPC. And I've already adjusted this somewhat also as well compared to how I would if I actually had the actual output that was actually in the beginning. And so I adjust some stuff to make sure it's hard. I may want to go here and adjust this as well. And this is just an overall light mastering idea. Keep my cylinder tight, which is kind of cool like that. And so the whole idea is to get your mix right of your drums before you do anything. And by doing it this way, I can get something going on. Now, you don't have to do everything that I do, but get used to the idea of learning how these plugins work and sort of change them a little bit, pull up a preset, adjust the preset, and get an idea of what you want to do and how you want it to sound like before you actually go further with anything else, like adding other sounds to it. And then once you do that, you're close to where you want to be. Any questions, hit me up at cymbal.com. And of course, we do lessons, and you can subscribe right down there. Tell me what you think about this video, and we're working with you to try and make even more. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.